Howdy, howdy, this is Blue Otter, and today we are playing Hozy. Yeah, the first couple of levels we played with the demo. I believe we can just, yeah, we can just drag and drop to pick up as much as we can. There is a limit. Can we zoom in? Yeah, we can zoom in. Seems to be a big trash can too. Is that everything? Nope, that's not everything. There we go. White trash is done. Can we put this over here on the side? Yes, we can. Can we move this off to the side too so it's out of the way? Now we do have our little track right here. We need to clean the floor and paint the walls. That nice little sheen there. Can we just do, we can move it with Wazoo, it just doesn't. This is with my mouse. Corners seem to be a little bit more of an issue. A lot of particles. Floating in the air. I know if I... There we go. Okay. Got the corner. There we go. Clean the floor, done. And put that down there. Clean the windows. Let's go ahead and zoom in a little bit so we can actually see a little bit better. Okay, clean left window. Can we rotate? Yeah, there we go. Just gotta go a little slower sometimes. There we go. Clean the right window is done. Now we gotta do paint. Those are the only colors we get. Can we... Okay, we can rotate it. I was gonna say, can we... Hold on. If... Rotate that. Yeah, I think I'm gonna do this side because we're gonna have to replace that. I like... So we're gonna do this side as white. And this is kind of what we did in our house, is that when we got the house, the walls were entirely all white. And so when we painted, the issue that we have is that when the sun hits, because we get the afternoon sun, it makes the room blinding. So we actually have a little bit right there. I think we can rotate. There we go. So what we did was we actually made the color that the light hits is actually a darker shade than the rest of the walls. I would actually be painting these in like really good lines. There we go. And the end result is that it kind of mutes that afternoon sun. It would also help make, it also helps cool the room as well. Because it would get really hot. There we go. Now we're going to change it over to this green color. I'm going to start with right click to interact. Got it. They're really tall. They're a really tall room too. I like that the windows are kind of have that little bit of an arch at the top. Oh, we're out. Rotate back to regular. All this would have to be taped off. Alright, it just auto-completed that little bit, so we're just going to cover that up. We also took out our... There, we'll just put that right there. We also took out our fireplace. Okay, so we have a lot of different stuff. We have stuff for the wall. Picture. And we might reorganize things, but that's okay. That may be over here. Very eclectic. Very eclectic. Can we... I feel like that needs to be... Okay. You can leave it for later. Okay, so we've got some room over here that we can let's test that out. If we... Oh, okay, so that just puts it into the box. Flowers, can we put that there? What? Other. Yeah, I think if I remember from this level, this is really the only thing that really just doesn't fit. We have lights. Let's do some lighting. I feel like... What is this? Tech? Okay, I feel like we need to do... Okay, we're gonna come back to those. Chair. That's gonna put it in the sun, so we might put this maybe... Let's get all the stuff out. Okay, there's all of our big stuff. We might put this... I feel like that's off the edge. There we go. I feel like that's a really big window, but this is... So that's how I had it designed before. I kind of want to do a little different. Move this right here. Although that would be, if this is afternoon, it really should be against that wall. Kind of make this that little catch-all table that everyone has, where you come in, you put your purse down. That kind of blends in right there. I feel like I need to make two separate areas. I mean, this is basically like a living space. Oh, those got connected. Let's move this forward just a little bit. So here, so I'm presuming this is the TV stand. What is this? Try and drop it out of the location. I'm good. All right. Lights. There we go, that first light that you can turn on when you get in. That's a reading light. Quite know. Oh, that's a candle. And then I think one of these also had and a lamp we'll put right base. Fire extinguisher, that's always good to have. We actually have a fire extinguisher in the kitchen. A globe. If I put that, if I pick the entire table up, yeah, we can do that. I have a globe that does not face north. There we go. Kindling for the fireplace. Ooh, that is that. Oh, that's a dish. Okay, so we'll just put that right there. Is that? Okay, that looks like that's actually just decoration, so I'm good with that. We're gonna at least say that that has just a decorative. That right there. Okay, then we've got tech. Okay, we've got a record player. Looks like an old radio. We'll just place that right back there. A fan. TV, that ironically looks just like my TV. A boombox. A alarm clock. Are we gonna have books? No, I guess not. Got a whole corner over here I don't know what to do with. And we have flowers. Can we put that up there? It's a lot of flowers. A lot of plants. Yeah, so my my idea is that I don't really know what to do with this corner. I have a feeling like if I were to extend this in the house, I would maybe set this up as like saying that this is like where you come in. Here's your living space. Maybe there's a kitchen and a bathroom off to the side. And maybe there's like, maybe this would be where the dining table would be. But we've got like a little reading area. I would have this filled up with books. Like I said in a different video somewhere, I have 13 bookshelves. Love books. Oh, you can even turn it, open it. That's cool. Let's really quickly, I don't like the idea of these being right next to the flames. So we're gonna make the cat. This, if this were my house, oh, that's a mouse. I thought that was a cat. Okay. That would actually be something embroidered. So this is kind of like maybe the art. Here's kind of like the little... Can this fit? That won't go there. You know what? I think we're gonna put this up here instead because it's smaller. That right there. So many plants. So like you come in, you turn on the light. Can we turn on the light? There we go. Oh, that's cool. You can right click to interact with items. So here's a little architect's desk looking over the corner. You come in, you set your purse or maybe your wallet keys right here on the desk or under. Maybe kick off your shoes right here. Have a little shoe stand. You can come in, you can sit on the couch, you can warm yourself up by the fire or watch TV, your choice, one or the other. You can also come over here into a little reading corner. This bookshelf would of course be filled. Maybe you want to do a little bit of drawing. What's this? Try to, yeah, we did that. You should never give up on drawing in high school. And then I'm gonna put this over here. This is, so you have like a little reading area over here. And I don't really know what I would do with this doesn't really fit. So if I were to extend the house, I'm gonna probably presume that there's probably a bathroom maybe right here. I'm assuming this is like an efficiency. Maybe there's like a little kitchen area. Maybe a small hallway goes down to a bedroom. So this would be like maybe the kitchen area. So I would actually have like a little dining area over here. So right now that's why I've got that right there. So we're just gonna kind of focus on this area, everything except for that corner. All right, so we can take a picture. Just like that. And we're done. And finish. It's so good to come home from the big city. Dad is asking for help with work while he is busy on a secret project. That was the attic. And I believe we're gonna go down. I like this map. This is really unique. Workshops, an artist's creative mess. All right, so we have the workshop. Let's check and see what things we have to do. Sweep the yard, remove the parquet, throw away the planks, and lay down the new floor. So something I did find out is that if you don't want to remove these, don't press them. Don't click on them at all. Because apparently it removes it. I think it's really pretty. I think it adds character. I like the walls. We're going to open those up. These are really cool because you can have that. So you can actually see all the light you can get. Something else I found out is that if you just do this, no. It literally just collects them. So if you're struggling with having, apparently that dumps them off the ground if you're close enough. But the downside, so I highly recommend doing that for like at least these areas. Once, you only get one bag though, so once it's filled, you're done. And then you actually have to use the, I think they call it a rake. It looks like a broom. So we're just going to use this little so I can clear off as many leaves as possible. Did I get all of them? I think that did. Yep, sweep the yard. And then we can just come over here. We're going to open up the trash can with a right click. Put that in there. Now we got to deal with the floor. This is so cool. So the way they pop, they fly. Next. All right, there's that. Click there. And then since we have that open, we just collect all of the flooring. And move it in there. Should have started in the back. Reminds me of like those little iron toys that then you run like a magnet by and it just creates that little magnetic fluff ball. Anything else? There. And now we lay down the new. Now this one is a little bit smaller, so I'm gonna assume that that goes here. So close. Perfect. Almost. There we go. Now it is time to unpack the boxes. Okay, first things first, we're gonna move the paint over here. Now what is this? This will come in handy. I'll take it with me. Are you talking about to paint the, no, we're not painting the floor. Get out of here with that. Now honestly, I like, as an artistic space, I like the walls as is. I know they're probably, it's probably just concrete, but I really like it. I also like this, which I was saying, if you click on them, it will actually remove it, and then just, I don't know what it does, but once you click on it, then I guess you have to actually paint over it. And I don't want to do that because I feel like that is a centerpiece. So we're going to start with the huge things. So we also have flowers. Can we move this? Let's park it there. We have other lights. This one is just a rug. Work. Wall. And tech. Okay, so we've got those. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to place these around. Some of these I don't know what they are. I'm going to assume, based off of the outdoor space, that maybe this is maybe like a Mediterranean climate. I'm thinking like California, Southern California, where you can leave stuff outside. We're gonna have that table. I'm also going to assume that this one right here is the actual wall, even though it's probably a very thin wall. But I mean, I'm assuming that there's like two walls that are cut out. I'm gonna move all this stuff. So here is a painting. This I feel like would be a really good for having that as a backdrop. So we're just gonna place that right there. So see, you come in, artistic inspiration right there. This I feel like is an outdoor area. We actually have an outdoor area. Yeah, so what I envision is like, the road is like right here. There is a little gate that comes in right here, and you come into this area. It's kind of like a little foyer area. And then you can go into this house, and maybe there's like some windows right on this side at a level. So what we're going to do is we're going to have this be, I want this to come in. So like when you come into the door, it's right here. Don't know what I want to do with that. Actually, let's put the lockers right here. Ladder will go right here. This, I think, should go outside. And then we'll do maybe like a feature table right here. So maybe it's like, it's a workshop, right? So maybe this is where people can come by, and maybe I've got like a little shop window right there. I'm gonna put this right here. Not like a shop window, like a drive-through, just like a shop window where it's like you can display your, maybe your prize piece or something. This is just me thinking that, chair, maybe just a nice little place to sit next to the fire to get warm. And then out here, I want to kind of arrange this. Yeah, so like I said, I'm envisioning like the entrance is maybe like right here to get on. So you come in, there's a nice little sitting area right over here. All right, let's see what is in the other. We have a watering can. Trash can? Okay, so we might move this over just a little bit. You know, it kind of hides the trash can from the street view. We have a helmet. We'll put that. Can we put that? Yeah, we'll go ahead and put that right there. Put that right there. That's like a little towel. Okay. There's the... Okay, we've got some coffee mugs. Teacup. Why would you not pull out the saucer before the teacup? Okay, okay. Let's see. We've got... I'll think about that. Wall. What do we have for these? Okay, we've got a lot of circular things. We'll just place these right here. Well, what is it? Oh, it's an eye. Okay, well... I wonder if that's supposed to be the replacement for this. Hold on, let's pull this over here. Little tools here. Some artwork. place this right here. Nope, that, okay, that connected in. I want this to be... like so. Oh, I bet it's because of this. We just move that in the corner. Okay, we have lights. There's a big light. Not sure what to do with this. I think we're just gonna put this right there. Okay, where's in lights? I'm noticing a fall festival theme. We're gonna put the pumpkins. I know they're jack-o'-lanterns. Put them like right here. I'll probably adjust these once I get all the boxes out of the way. Oh, here's another cup. No, that is a tea light candle. Okay, we'll put that there. Okay, I'm just trying to put that there. Okay, I still have to put it right there. That's fine. Okay. Appears we're doing Halloween. Let's see, we have tech. Okay, there's a camera, a fan. I'm gonna say the fan goes right there. Put the radio right there. This one is... Okay, this is an old type of camera. We'll just place that right there. And this one... right there. This is a letter. Where did it go? Oh, it's right here. Okay, we're just gonna do that right there. Turn on all the lights. No, we're gonna keep that off. Simon, look at that. How that light just glistens through that. I'm picturing that as like that looks like, and I don't think it is, but that looks like the glass that they'll put in bathrooms or something where it distorts the light and stuff. That's what I'm kind of picturing with that. Okay, so we've got work. Also have flowers. Do that right there. There we go. All right. Work. This is probably going to be the bigger stuff too. Well, no, we do need to put this stuff back down here. Little tea light ghost. There we go. Hold on. We're gonna... I put this like right there. Yeah, there we go. Put that right there. This can go right here. So that's kind of like the little painter's cart. Oh, that's cool. Okay. Right there. Okay, this can go here. Pastels, that. That seems kind of... What if we do... There we go. Flowers. I feel like these need to go outside. And then we can take a picture of it. Look at that. And you can also cover this up. Like that. Yeah, we're gonna take a picture like that. That's... I like that. All right. We're going to finish this one. And with that, I know that girl in the sketches. We'll go back and we'll continue in the next episode. Thank you for watching. Have an utterly fantastic day and see you next time.